This came much quicker than I thought it would. But I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Jeremy Murphy. It's my wife Jennifer. Yes. Welcome to everybody. Thank you for being here. We want to welcome our son-in-law's parents, technically our co-parent-in-laws now, Matthew and Renee Brown. By the way, for just dinner a couple nights ago at the rehearsal. It's great to spend time together today on such a happy occasion. No offense to any daughters in the room today. There might be a couple. Anybody? No daughters today. No daughters. They do pose unique challenges, whether that's an outdated notion or a double standard. The relationships seem a little more complex. What can I say? Watching our daughter Caley grow up, moving from adolescence to adulthood, well, that's rough on anybody. I had to watch it firsthand. There are so many pitfalls, but that's why it gives me so much pride watching her navigate the waters. She did a great job plotting her course, staying pretty much out of the rapids for the most part. She did the right thing. Moving to Tennessee was a challenge for her. Any high schooler. She was in high school at the time. And she handled it much better than I would have expected it would have gone. Much better than I would have handled it. Of course, I would have manipulated that situation. But since then, I have watched her graduate twice. And I'm not saying that was a surprise, just I'm overwhelmed by the gravity of really the history that we've shared together getting to this moment. So, it's almost unimaginable that so much time has passed so quickly. And now I'm here, looking at her in her wedding dress. You are very beautiful, Caley.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. You're very witty, right? You have a lot of street cred, so give you that much. But you're always going to be my little girl, and I love you. Now I'd like to talk at length about her decision to marry Mason. I'm just kidding. Mason was around early on when we moved to Tennessee. They were friends, and then we weren't around as much anymore. Until one day, oh my, thank you. Until one day we were doing a tourist thing in Pigeon Forge, and we ran into somewhere, I can't remember exactly where, maybe Pigeon Forge Snow, right? And we were with some family, I think maybe Rob was there too. And Caley and Mason, they caught each other's glance, and when they looked at each other, I saw something. And I kind of turned to Jennifer and I said, why aren't they dating? Because they seemed like a pretty good match. And shortly after, they were. And since then, I've gotten to know him quite well. We've had a lot of fun, right, Mason?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remember that time we moved all that furniture, right? Or that time we moved that big, heavy mattress together? Or that other time we moved all that furniture? Those are days I'll cherish. But we've actually had a barrel of adventures since we've known each other, and we've hardly moved any furniture at all on those. But there's been some road trips and plane trips, the blast in Alaska, of course, and I know Mason is truly one of the good guys, and seeing them together is like they're yin and yang. They're peanut butter and jelly. They are like cut and paste. Peas and carrots. Yes. They're like Jim and Pam. Tacos and Tuesday. Of course, seeing them like that makes me smile, makes me very happy. And I love you, Caley. Mason, I love you too. But now, some words of wisdom I'm expected to deliver to this couple. So I say to you, don't sweat the small stuff. Something that Caley's probably heard before. pursuit of perfection will get you hung up, and it will just distract you from the bigger overall picture. And I'm not saying don't take pride in your work, of course, you must. Satisfaction is still a job well done. But even the most beautiful of structures are built on foundations with rough edges. So, you only have so many resources in this world, whether it be time, money, influence, patience, anything you can think of. Just use them wisely. And if you guys ever need to decide on something, I won't make that decision for you anymore. But it will be my honor and pleasure to walk through it with you. So we wish you many decades of happiness filled with fun and love. So a toast to the lovely couple, Mason and Caley. Thank you. Am I done now?
You're done.
Caley says you're done. Thank you.
All come together and celebrate their everlasting love. Caley, you're the most beautiful bride, and I'm so glad you found your Prince Charming. For those of you who haven't met yet, my name's Hannah. I'm Caley's cousin, but she may as well have been one of my sisters. When you were younger, you might have even mistaken us for twins. Not because we look alike at all, but just because our grandmother liked to put us in matching clothes. Growing up, seeing Caley was the reason I looked forward to every holiday. 4th of July meant hanging out in the pool in Lake Mary, Tennessee. Thanksgiving turned into yearly vacations to Tennessee, and Christmas time meant I could go pick out the tree and eat cookies until my stomach hurt. Caley's always been my adventure buddy and my thrill seeker. I can't think of a family vacation where we didn't try to find the most terrifying death trap, disguised as a fun ride, and convince our parents to let us go on it. I don't think Caley and I will ever grow out of our adventures, but I'm so excited to be a part of her new adventures as a Brown. I know I speak for everybody when I say how happy I am that Caley and Mason found each other. I know the family was getting really worried that she'd have to raise her family of pets alone. I'm kidding. I do, however, remember meeting Mason for the first time. It was in Orlando on our family vacation, and although Mason had to suffer through that week of terrible jokes, 12 people in one house, and a Scrabble game that never ever seemed to end. Caley's face was glowing the whole time, and Mason was a trooper. I want to welcome you to the family now, but I feel like since then, you were already a part of it. I'm so proud of you both, and I'm so excited for the next chapter of your fairy tale to begin. And when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with a person, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. So with that being said, if everybody could raise their glass, cheers to Caley and Mason and their first day of happily ever after. Cheers.
All right. Good job, Hannah. Matt, are you ready?
If you don't know me, my name's Matt, Mason's brother. I met Mason about 23 years ago, and we were actually roommates for about 9 months. And out of nowhere, we got evicted. But we stayed close after that. Anyway, I remember when Mason met Caley. It was 2017, our senior year, her junior year. She was all Mason to talk about. I mean, constantly. He told me he was starting to talk to this girl in one of his classes, and he said he really liked her. Every day after school, he would just tell me how he looked forward to going to that one class just to see her. Eventually, they started dating. So after they had been dating for a few months, you could just tell Mason was falling hard for her. Well, one day he says to me, you know, it might be a little soon to say this, but I truly believe I want to marry this girl one day. She's absolutely perfect. And he said it just like that, because it sounds like me. So I thought to myself, okay, he just started dating this girl in high school. What are the odds they end up marrying each other? Well, apparently the odds are pretty high. Yeah. I've never seen two people cling to each other like these two have. I mean, I would argue they've spent more time together than we have. And I remember they used to do this thing where they had spent the day with each other, and then when they went home, they would start a FaceTime call, and they would stay on it until they went to bed. They would fall asleep on FaceTime, and then they would hurt each other in the morning. And they'd start the whole process.
Now that sounds familiar.
I mean, they'd FaceTime for a full day and night. But I'm glad to see someone loves Mason as much as we do. And there's no doubt they love each other. I mean, look at them. If everyone could raise a glass, I'd like to make a toast to a happy and a bright future filled with love. Cheers. To Mason and Caley Brown. Cheers.
Good job, man. Yeah, give me a hand. Now, I believe Caley's uncle Robert Cooper. Team Brown.
Last but not least.
Can you hear me now? All right, it's about to get real. I apologize for what you're about to have to listen to. It's a little long. Let's get started. My name is Robert. You're not going anywhere, Jerry? We rented it out all night for you. My name is Robert, also known as Caley's Uncle Bobo. A name that she bestowed on me many years ago when she was unable to pronounce my name. So we stuck with Bobo, and we do use it still today. Oh yeah, we have a new one, but we'll talk about that later. I would like to begin by acknowledging a few folks that could not travel to be here today due to health reasons. We were hoping to see Uncle Barry and Aunt Linda, but Uncle Barry is recovering. We were hoping to hear Uncle Marty sing today, but he is recovering from open heart surgery, and Terry is taking good care of him, as well as Mason's Mama Lewis, who is also supposed to be here today and is also dealing with some health issues. So we would like to take an additional moment of silence for some of our dearly departed, namely Caley's Papa, as well as Mason's Papa. I know it breaks our hearts that these loved ones are not here today, but the presence of all of you that are here with us today will see us through. Caley, we are so proud and happy for you today as you become the first of the grandkids to enter into matrimony. Nice way to race to the front. This is a tremendous milestone in your life. Our family believes very strongly in this institution. We have marriages that have lasted 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years. And in fact, some of us like marriage so much, we tried it more than once. Not bragging, just saying. Now, Caley, we may have shown you some tough love over the years, and you've shown us some pretty tough love back. But there is nothing that we would not do for you. You are like our own daughter. With the exception of maybe that $40,000 Venmo request I just got from you earlier. Wait a minute. No, never mind. That was your mom. We'll talk about that later. Caley, you have grown so much over these past 20 Disney cruises. For those of you who do not know, that's how the Murphys measure the passing of time from Disney cruise to Disney cruise. And now today your family grows with this joyous union to a terrific young man in Mason. Mason, you know you're already a beloved member of our family. We've played VR together. You bought comic books from me online. We're tight. It feels like we've known you for many, many Disney cruises already. May you and Caley enjoy a lifetime of Disney cruises together, which I assure you are coming. Just book them all now. It's not going to stop. After 22 years of my own marriage now, here is what I would like to pass on to you. Today you have come so far together and you've earned brand new titles, husband and wife. And it's going to take a little while to get used to those. You're going to use them all the time. You're going to be like, I'm going here with my husband. We're going to the store with my husband. I'm going over here with my husband. And he's going to do the same thing. Oh yeah, my wife will take care of it. Because you've been using those girlfriend, boyfriend things for a long time. Now you're going to use husband and wife. Now, marriage takes a lot of work. We've done a lot of work to get to this point, but it's even more work from here on forward. Never take each other for granted. Work hard every day to be the best partner that you could be, and you will be rewarded for that effort with a lifelong of love. And to sum everything up here, weddings are joyous occasions, trying to keep this upbeat today, that produce amazing memories, unless you're this guy. Now, I'm not going to get you guys into the whole story because his daughter's getting married today. But if you hear anybody throwing up in that bathroom, it's Jeremy. But luckily for Jeremy, tonight is going to make new memories, and hopefully we can replace some of those stories that we repeat every single Thanksgiving. So, to Caley and Mason, we raise our glasses. Best wishes on a long and prosperous life together. We love you both, and Mazel Tov!
All three of our taste masters.